Before we go any further, I need to say this clearly. Raising her worth did not come from theory, it did not come from opinion, and it did not come from commentary. It came from years of training, working with women across ages, cultures, and backgrounds. Every single one of them healing from father wounds in some form. Different stories, different expressions of pain, different outcomes, but the same root. And it also came from lived experience, from walking this road myself, from seeing up close what happens to a woman when no one protects her worth early and what it costs her later. God used both the training and the lived experience to bring this conversation far beyond one room, one church, or one community, around the globe. Because this is not a niche issue, it's not a woman's topic, and it's not something we can keep skipping over. Until we face this head on, nothing changes. And if nothing changes, the next generation inherits the same wounds, the same confusion, and the same burden to heal, what should have been protected. Raising her worth exists because silence has not worked, avoidance has not worked, and healing alone without prevention has not worked. This conversation is not comfortable, but it's necessary, because when leadership changes, the future changes. Are you a woman who is healing because no one protected your worth when you were a little girl? Not just in one moment, but consistently, daily, in the ordinary places where formation actually happens. Did you grow up without a father, or without any man who slowed you down when you were too young to know better? Who stepped in when attention felt like love? Who said, "This is not okay," before you ever learned to doubt yourself? And are you a man who wishes you could go back and change what your daughter saw, what she absorbed, what she normalized? Because no one ever taught you what protecting a girl's worth actually requires? This conversation is for both of you, because the pain women carry into adulthood did not begin in adulthood. And the mistakes daughters make with men are rarely about rebellion. They are about absence, about silence, about no one leading her worth in mind every single day. Welcome to another necessary conversation forming girls into women who know their worth. This is not about blame. It's about responsibility. And responsibility only becomes painful when it's delayed. When a girl is not protected early, she does not grow up strong. She grows up alert. She learns how to read rooms, how to sense moods, how to adjust herself to keep connection. She learns how to be pleasing, how to stay quiet, how to shrink questions before they ever leave her mouth. Not because she lacks confidence, but because no one modeled safety. When no one steps in, she steps over her own instincts. When no one leads with her worth, she negotiates it herself with men who are willing to take what they were never meant to be given. And later, she does not just grieve relationships, she grieves the fact that no one stopped her. No one protected her from learning love through pain. That is not resilience. That is not strength. That is survival compensation. Men, especially fathers, this matters. Your daughter is always watching. She watches how you speak to her mother when you are frustrated. She watches how you handle anger, whether it is corrected, excused, or justified. She watches what behavior you interpret and what you tolerate. She is learning what authority feels like before she ever starts dating. And if you do not lead with her worth in mind, someone else is going to lead her. And they will not be gentle, because silent teaches, absent teaches, avoidance teaches. When leadership is missing, girls do not remain neutral. They adapt. They learn what they must endure. They learn what love costs. They learn how much of themselves they have to give away to stay connected. And when they ask later, "Why didn't anyone stop me?" that is not an accusation. That is grief. If you are a woman listening and wondering why healing feels endless, why relationships feel confusing, why boundaries feel exhausting, it is because you are undoing what should have been guarded. You are healing not just wounds, but formations. And formations created when no one said, "That is not love. That is not safe. You do not have to earn this. You are worth protecting. You are not broken. You are underprotected. And underprotection always shows up later as overwork in healing. That weight you carry does not mean you failed. It means leadership failed you very early. And we have built entire systems to help women recover. And healing does matter, but recovery was never meant to replace leadership. If you want women to suffer less later, we must protect girls more earlier. Responsibility does not begin in adulthood. It begins in homes, in churches, in schools, in the everyday places where silence becomes habit. Leadership that waits is still leadership. It just simply teaches the wrong lesson. And when responsibility is delayed, women pay the price. Raising her worth exists because too many women are healing what should have been protected. It exists to call leadership back to the places God intended it to live first, with fathers, mentors, families, churches, and inside communities. Worth is not formed in hindsight. Worth is formed through presence, through protection, through truth spoken early. And this is not about shaming the past, it's about interrupting repetition, so daughters do not inherit the same wounds, so women are not asked to repair what should have been guarded, because legacy is not repaired later. Legacy is built right now, and leadership is love that acts early. I'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel if you're seeking healing that is wise, grounded, and rooted in faith. And if you know a woman who is healing, or a father, a mentor, or a leader who shapes the next generation, share this where it belongs. When you're ready to take the next step, you'll find my programs linked below. God bless and welcome. I'm Jill, your Inner Healing Coach, and you can stay connected to me at Inner Healing Coach all throughout social media.